Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay. Spawn on the south side as the, Azure Teal Galaxy Javier, we got Mauwus. Spawn on the north side as the Purple Lightning Sasha, we got Leiruza. Let's get started. This is a 2-base map? I don't think it cast this map before. Yeah, it looks like 2-base, 1 airport, 1 safe comm tower. You don't have to mean to go for that. So that means Javier and I have nice 10% extra defense this game, which is not too bad. Not to mention, one of his bigger parts of his day-to-day passive I've been coming more appreciate is his plus 20% indirect defense. Sasha probably should not be popping her... what's it called? Or deploying out too much indirects. Additionally, her market crash is not really mandatory in this situation. This may be a matchup where War Bond's a bit more viable, since Javier will of course provide indirect defense and he will get additional either plus 10, of course the additional plus 10 for activating power or superpower, or plus 20, so in total plus 20, plus 20, or plus 30, which is not too terrible to deal with. It'll be a weaker version of what's his name? Convoy. But yeah. Well, infantry in front of the artillery, so these tanks cannot really push forward all too well. They will be shelled. We also got some reserve tanks here. But yeah, this may be a matchup where war bonds get utilized. Because popping the power to deny Javier's power is not really necessary. Tank's a little bit exposed, but will be retaliated upon with a tank, so it won't be a good trade. Battlecopter heading down south. There's also a seaport over here if you really want to deploy out a battleship. Good shot there. Tank, the artillery was struck there. This 4 infantry unit was pulled back. This tank can go ahead and strike the full health tank or the 5 health. Does strike the full health. Another anti-air here with another tank. Right now, Javier's actually on threat of losing the southern flank. He needs to get this tank over here, I guess. Sasha has Flint on the anti-air, which is very effective versus infantry, of course. But she may need to keep this 5 or 8 health infantry alive. She has no reinforcement over here. Some despicable neutral properties over here. 15,000 income versus 16,500. So she has, both players have 15 properties. I suppose I can just look at this southern number here, then try and do mathematics. Takes out the 1 health infantry unit there with extreme overkill and prejudice. Battlecopter tank. Does take out the artillery, but now she's in range of Javier's tanks. Both these tanks could be struck. I mentioned 8 health tanks here. I think Sasha overextended a little bit there. She's going to get retaliated by tanks. Anti-air, take out the infantry there, increase the surface area to hit these tanks. Tank 1 strikes. Tank 2 strikes. Power shield. Okay, interesting. Giving him plus 10 with additional plus 10, so plus 20. Nice bit of offense defense. Getting both these tanks out of 1 health. Yeah, I think Sasha should just save up for war bonds at this point in time, since she didn't interrupt the power. Medium tank infantry. In the case of war bonds, you want a large, do a large number of engagements. So in this case, with the amount of tanks in the field, she probably wants to get a good core of tanks. Battlecopters to be adequate. Medium tank is a little bit against that sort of philosophy. Oh, this anti-air cannot strike this infantry unit there because this tank would be in range. In a point where it's not in range. Not like it's in a good position either. This tank, all this tank needs to do is go up this way, and this anti-air will be trapped. I think the anti-air should have been pulled back there. Tank, and of course nothing at the airport. Both players getting actually sizable amount of funding. She's getting to the point where she's probably going to just go tank battlecopter. Medium tank infantry. Sasha's day-to-day passive is very strong. Just getting extra 100%, 10% fundings is always very nice. Oh, does pop the market crash there. I generally think she should be saving up for war bonds. I don't think it's worth it against Javier, though. Did not take out the entire power bar, so battlecopter infantry. Number of good picks there, losing a good number of assets. Sasha does have a good amount of heavy armor here. A lot of tanks, medium tank and neo tank. Just one medium tank over here. Though Mark Crash does buy the +10/+10, which is going to be used amount of firepower this game. Good shots there. Does pop a market crash. Looks like she's not even going to be eyeing war bonds whatsoever this game. Infantry, tank, and battlecopter with 5,000 funds to spare. Hard to get enough funds for 2 tanks and a battlecopter each turn. You will need, what, 14 plus 900, so 23,000. So, what, 2 more properties and she can get that? There's also this despicable neutral property there. A number of these tanks are just simply overrun. Javier is doing quite excellent. Medium tank is a good shot there. Even stacks the anti-air there, brings medium tank in range. Overall, Javier is playing this game quite excellently. Does pop tower shield in turn. Don't want to get crashed. This will of course give him additional defense, help weather a storm from the neo tank, allowing that tank to survive. So the tower shield is actually being very useful this game. Hits medium tank twice, but the extra defense panning out. Battlecopter tank. Javier started stabilizing this southern flank. Those anti-air will get a free shot on one of those battlecopters. So that unit there. We do have a lot of power charge for Sasha. Lots of good strike on those tanks. Right now, Sasha's lacking a number of units, so war bonds won't be particularly effective. He's probably just going to go for a market crash again. When it comes to funding on the field, right now they're equal. Pops another mark crash there, does not entirely remove Javier's power bar. Does get some hits there on those infantry units there. Finish off the anti-air. Medium tank starting to fall back. Javier has gotten a severe number of artillery. 2 anti-airs, one which is actually getting pretty low in fuel. Does go for a neo tank now, so Javier feels like he has a good position on the left flank. Battlecopter push forward. Looks like there's a blind spot or 2 thanks to the pipe scenes, the river, which is basically a drainage ditch. Battlecopter infantry anti-air. And this mounted causes some mobility issues. Javier probably needs a regular tank out in this direction to help stabilize the region. Maybe a medium tank to help stabilize the region. New tank here is exposed from 2 flanks, so Battlecopter can always get on top of that river. Whether it be on top or above. Another Neo tank. Does get some hits on the tank here. Anti-air strike, anti-air. Of course, can't finish off. When the full of 4 health, Battlecopters can be knocked out. Does pop the mark crash there. Battlecopter strikes a Battlecopter. Infantry, anti-air. Tank tried to free itself, but can't really do much with that 2 health. Couple Neo tanks up here. Looks like Javier is just trying to be a little bit defensive. I still believe he needs perhaps a regular tank over here. More tanks. Let's go with another Battlecopter. He does have a fair number of Battlecopters, but the ATs can cause some issues. Sasha creeping his way forward on the right flank. Creeps way forward, strikes the artillery, not the Neo tank. Market crashed there, but these Neo tanks are range of artillery. I don't think that was a great positioning there. And we do have an opening here to hit this Battlecopter at least. Does not take out that Neo tank just yet. Take out that Battlecopter. Takes out that one. And does not take out the Neo tank. There's probably getting close to 1% health. Medium tank gets good strike there on the Neo tank. Power can be popped. Right now the Mark Crash has plenty of power charge before it needs to be utilized again there. I don't know what Sasha was thinking this turn. Javier's at 155,000 value. Sasha's 122. Does get some strikes down there, but the Battlecopter's largest getting thrown away there. Anti-air nearby, and there's a large number of Battlecopters, so this tank can be focused on by a pair of Battlecopters. Tower shields will likely be summoned this turn, and will be summoned immediately. Battlecopter strikes Battlecopter, manages to one-shot it. Thanks to the tower shield. Battlecopter strikes infantry in there. Does hit infantry in again. Manages to finish it off. It's out pair of tanks there. Does not use the tank to strike take out the anti-air, so it looks like on sack a Battlecopter or 2 to the anti-airs. Javier is making good progress on both flanks. 165 is 108. Sasha's about 2 turns behind. Market Crash was utilized at the beginning of the turn, which will nuke all the power charge of Javier while giving her +10/+10. Does not take out that anti-air. Anti-air tank. Medium tank will strike the Neo tank up north. Interrupts the capture. Anti-air infantry. And we've got another tower shield activated there. Just popping as soon as it can since the opponent's been actively using market crashes. Medium tank does strike the medium tank there. Does not finish off, down to 1 health. Battlecopter strike battlecopter. Neo tank infantry. Looks like Javier ends turn of 155 again. Sasha starts her turn of 82 and ends and resigns. This Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.